Welcome, one and all, to Ace in the Roll, to one of the best D&D podcasts out.
Last time, our party went and spoke to Azurmane, as well as signed up for the Arapema tournament, in which they have agreed to battle Azurmane, the Frost Lord and Lich himself, General Onog the Righteous of the King's Army, and Captain Cooley, a pirate captain who helped them get across the ocean previously, and I guess they just want to fight. You guys went to a bar and got drunk, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hell yeah. I beat Thor in a drinking competition. I do remember that.
So, you guys all would have ended up back at your kind of, I guess, hotel room, sort of, your chambers that Azurmane has designated for you. And you guys would have woken up one by one in the morning. Skelly actually would have gotten up to go and read some of the books that he's had on him for a while. And we're going to cut straight to that. Welcome to a little mini segment where, in between going to the bar last episode and starting off the tournament in this episode, Skelly would be looking at some literature. So you have 3 books in your possession. One on fish and marine biology. One called The Legendary Sea Creatures of the Ilvergorn region. And the other one is a small leather-bound journal that Chagolk, chieftain of Azar, lent to you. That is his father's journal.
I wanna read that one.
Okay. So you can see there is a lot of contents. Is there anything you would want to scan for in this journal? Skim through it and look for specifically.
Who is this man? I want to learn more about him.
So this is Chagolk's father, Degath, is the one who wrote this book. If you're just skimming it to see what kind of person this was, you could tell just from various mentions he is a paladin who worships the god of the sun, Sola. He does recount multiple events of meeting with Arson, Azurmane, talking to the previous champion of the storm god, Tempest Stormweaver. He actually even mentions Wilvan at some point later in the book.
I want to know what he has business with Wilvan.
You can see there is an entry that, while I will not say the entire thing because it would be multiple pages, the summary of this looks to be that he recently met Wilvan. This actually seems to be before the events of Arson's death that they met. And Wilvan was helping out the rebellion in Halsgriff, trying to raise a militia unsuccessfully, and got captured by the king, and Degath's group he was using to also try and protect Halsgriff broke him out.
Chill.
That seems like mainly the summary. He does mention that he thinks Wilvan's a nice kid.
Oh.
Though, at this point, you would probably figure that Wilvan is probably still about 100 years old or more at this point. So he's actually more middle-aged. But since Degath is so old, he does refer to him as kid a lot.
Is there anything on the Arson and Azurmane war?
There is, actually, near the end. It doesn't look like there's much mention of Wilvan involved in that. He clearly wasn't involved in that affair. But there are recounts of multiple exchanges between himself and Azurmane where he is trying to convince Azurmane to finally deal with Arson and kill him because he is too dangerous. And there is also a recount of the battle, though you are not mentioned since at that point you were just a random skeleton.
I was just a nobody back then.
Yeah.
I was crushed by a hammer. That's about it. But
He
probably
also
did that
mentions that he was very wounded near the end of the battle.
all because of my chivalry. The Skelly killed him with his looks. Obviously, that's what happened.
It doesn't look like he died from that. There's like a good good number of years of pages left.
What other what else would be in this book that I'd be searching for? I mean, yeah, give me some info about like where he was. Like, didn't in that journal? I assume it doesn't say how he died or anything about his son.
No, because this is all Degath writing, so he didn't put anything in there post-mortem.
So how old was this guy?
It looks like he actually died at a pretty ripe old age, though it's a little bit hard to tell exactly how old. Though just by how many pages there are, he definitely lived over the average lifespan.
So he wouldn't have like any super important information that I haven't already gotten.
Unless there's something you're specifically looking for, it would be quite hard to find.
Am I allowed like to skim through it to see if there's like anything that piqued my interest?
Yeah.
Like,
you can see it recounts events of near the start of the book, exploits of like just kind of being a general rabble rouser. And maybe not quite the nicest guy. Something about him finding religion with the sun god Sola and becoming a paladin and kind of being set on the right path. A little bit later, he talks about fighting in the tournament, which does recur quite a few times. He clearly has fought in it many times in his life. And at some point along that line of fighting in the tournament, he befriends Azurmane and goes to help out the city of Azar, which eventually he becomes the chieftain of. While there, he just helps the rebellion for really the rest of his days, and eventually does have a son. But that's very close to the end of the book. The son does seem to be adopted, though, not biological. He found Bugbear orphan.
I was about to say, does it say anything about the spouse at all?
No, he never had one.
Adopted Bugbear. So that's all the information I think I can get out of that book.
Okay.
Not really looking for anything in particular, just to learn. Stelly's gonna put that book in his bag. Leave that as remain.
You also have the 2 aquatic creatures books.
So, quick question: is Skelly in the bar just reading?
Wherever you want to be. You could be back at like the room that Azurmane's given you guys for free, which is a very lavish like. Each of you have like your own like king size bed. Like it is very nice.
The only way Skelly would be in there is she or Blow took him, because he passed out. He fell on the ground. He was snoozing.
So you probably would have woken up there.
So there's someone dragged him. He's just in the bar. He's just reading now.
Someone probably would have dragged you, knowing the others.
Probably.
If no one else, Hector would have.
Mother Hector. What would we do without him?
Yeah, so you still have 2 other books if you want to refer to them.
I want to look at the big old space creature book
Okay.
that I tried looking at before but didn't get too far in.
Okay. Is there anything you are particularly looking for? Because there are a good number of entries in this.
What creature ate the floating city?
A giant whirlpool monster that you don't know its name. There is an entire section called Whirlpool Monsters.
I want to look through it, see if I can find it.
Alright. This takes you a while. There's a lot, and they all look really similar. But after a while, you're able to narrow it down to one creature named Sithix, which does have some information on it, though it's not fully complete. There's like a few notes and like underlines that Mayor Hex clearly wrote into the book, but the information still seems to be limited.
Read me that info, boss.
The book describes a massive whirlpool monster known to lurk in the waters of the Illergorn region in an area of intense geothermal heat. The creature has incredible hearing and will hunt large creatures that make noise, though loud sounds can hurt its sensitive hearing. Scythix is most often observed appearing out of nowhere from the depths to swallow up ships. The best escape from Scythix is to flee your vessel and try and make it out of the mouth area before it swallows. The area will be marked with a circle of massive teeth used to pulverize ships or large creatures it catches. That's pretty much it. But you can see like the loud sounds can hurt sensitive hearing is like circled and underlined.
No, I think he didn't eat a ship. He kind of just ate a city. Just because he could, I guess. Still don't know much about that.
I mean, you could write that in if you wanted to. You have a magical quill because of your wizard subclass.
That's what the crystal was. It was a loud noise.
Wait, did you? I thought that was extremely clear until now.
I'm stupid. Am I able to see some sea creatures that might be in this area?
2 different ones that say they are in the northern part of the region. One is called the Scarred Assassin Seal, and the other one is just called Sunfish.
Let me hear about that sunfish.
While accounts of this creature have never been proven, many sailors believe in a creature known as the Sunfish. It resembles the head of a larger fish and swims slowly along the surface. Some sailors call it the Mola Mola, after the sound it makes before destroying its foes. It is said to make that distinctive noise before creating a beam of sunlight that can turn a person to ash. And I do have a picture of this one. Let me just pull it up.
Oh, that is a sunfish. I didn't know what that is. So I take it it's just this, but big?
No, it's that. It's just a sunfish.
That's just sunfish that is just sun.
No, that's what it looks like. It's not made of sun. It's just a sunfish.
Yeah, but I don't think in real life this thing shoots out a beam.
You're really overthinking this. It's just a sunfish. This is what it does in real life.
Does it?
Yeah, that's why some people call it a mola mola. That is accurate to real life. Those like white spots on its chest, you know, like chameleons can like change color slightly.
Yeah.
They just make it really reflective and actually can blind people with them. It's really funny.
He is a fish. Just a dude.
It can blind you when you're scuba diving. I would know. I actually am a scuba diver.
Have you seen one of these things?
No, or I would be blinded.
Not yet.
That's why they're literally called sunfish. They just reflect the sun into your eyes.
Oh wow. He's cute. I'd pet him.
Also, I was lying about all of that. Okay. The Scarred Assassin Seal is all white with some distinct red marks below its eyes. These creatures are solitary and ambush their prey. The Assassin Seal has 2 long tusks that point forward and protrude from either side of its mouth. When a creature passes, the seal will pop up and jab its tusks into the target. It uses them to rip a hole in the side of the prey, causing it to bleed out.
That's also a real thing.
Who knows?
I want to know.
See, I've made these creatures just realistic enough that you don't know, because I've also mixed in some real ones.
What was the thing called?
The Scarred Assassin Seal. I wouldn't
Hold
recommend
on.
Googling it. So I guess, back to the main episode. Welcome back. We recorded that like a month ago, so yeah, we're very on schedule. And okay, you guys would all probably collect outside in the kind of, I guess, main area of this kind of suite you've been given. Hector and Kane have made their way there. Sheeta has just left. One of his windows is just open for some reason. He just seems to have left. I'm sure that won't be an issue later.
Guys, slight issue. The zombie left. that might become an issue.
Oh, yeah, also, you guys have each been delivered a scroll. And it would say, "By decree of Azramen the Frost Lord, you have been invited to be among the honored guests at the celebration of the Tournament of Arapema. The celebration should take place in Azramen's study on the last day of the tournament. He has specifically chosen to request your attendance despite it being unusual for those who are not champions or his close confidants to be present." And it is signed High Priest Vralos.
Wait, where are we going?
You have just pretty much been invited to a celebration after the tournament. Though today is the first day of the tournament, and it's a fairly long tournament. It's like a week long. It's editing Archer here. It is actually 3 days in length.
Since, you know, our zombie is missing, we're gonna need a third person for the tussle.
Hey, I can help. You see, like, Kane, like, stands up. He actually looks pretty better. You know that while you guys were getting drunk, he actually did go to the hospital for once.
Are you sure, Kane? Even after being to the hospital, you have been through a lot the past couple days.
Yeah, but if I get behind on my training, then, you know, it's gonna get way worse, so I gotta keep up on things.
You're gonna die, Kane.
No, I mean, they said you can't die.
Okay. So you gotta come with us. Hector, you're being left out again.
Also, I fought in this last year. I should have told you guys that.
You did?
Yeah.
Can I get a quick reminder? Is there like a magical thing that prevents us from dying while in the...
Azramen said something about it, though he has not been super specific about how it works. But he has assured you that you won't just get killed.
In that case, Blubble will not be pulling any punches like he did with Mayor Hex.
Yeah, also, you would know that, Azramen is on the cutting edge of necromancy technology, so who knows, maybe he'll come back as a zombie. If somehow something goes wrong. We can also have a zombie skeleton. You can be double undead. Any effect that would affect undead has double the potency.
How does that even work?
You're double undead. You're undead.
How do I become double dead?
Well, first you die, and then you come back, and then you die, and then you come back. It's pretty simple, really.
You know what? I'm gonna stop asking questions. Let's go to the tournament. Let's get ready.
Alright. Before you guys head there, you would, walk out the door and actually find, a certain blonde-haired acolyte waiting for you.
Oh, brother.
Azramen has requested that I bring you up to his chambers before the tournament.
All three of us?
Yeah, as many of you want to come.
Hi, Hector. You're gonna come with us.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. I think I need to get good at Hector's voice again. It's been a little bit. So once you guys make it up, you guys can make your way into that kind of waiting area outside. Until you see Azramen push open these big metal doors like last time you came up here. And he would invite you in. You can see, it looks pretty much the same. You can see as you guys walk in, he walks over to a desk and he has some various magical looking items. And he picks one up and just chucks it into like a barrel in the corner.
That was a broken magic item.
What? Did you make it?
No, I was trying to repair it. But an immovable rod that has a chance of moving isn't exactly useful. Unless you want it, I've got a bunch of broken ones like that.
So, Azramen, one of our party members wasn't here this morning, so we're gonna substitute him out for the frog.
I would allow that.
I don't know where he is. He's a zombie and he's on the loose, so you might want to go find him.
Azramen walks over, grabs your wrist, and like flips your arm over to see the sigils that are marked on it from where you signed up for the different battles. Quickly grabs Kane's arm and essentially just rubs his hand over his arm, and you see the same sigils appear on his wrist.
Also, this is Hector. He's our housewife.
Yes, I believe we already met.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, I challenged that dude to an arm wrestle. I lost.
I got a massive hangover right now, man. I don't know anything.
Yeah, dude. This Lich guy is awesome.
And I don't have much time today to enjoy the pleasantries, but I thought before the tournament begins I should maybe enlighten you on something that I had decided not to say on our first meeting.
Oh boy.
Should we be scared?
It's the reason behind the King Valamir's actions.
I'm listening.
The king is a very powerful warlock. He serves the dark god Stellara. She embodies the night, void, and just generally stars, the moon, all of that general field.
Zawala. I never heard of them before.
She's not one of the greater gods. She's one of the lesser gods. Similarly to the storm god Yzotl.
So you're saying the king is not just some rich douchebag that exists?
No, and he has plans, specifically for the winter solstice, which gets closer every day. He wants this.
And you see, he points over at that, like, weapon case that you had seen the first time you're here, and it's been a while, so I'll re-describe that there is a glaive almost chained up in the weapons case. It has a purple blade and black metal, like, handle and all that.
This is Umbra. It is a god-slaying weapon, and most mortals who wield it will find their life draining away. It is not to be taken lightly.
Wait, is that Azurmane's staff? Wait, excuse me.
Azurmane's spear is also a god-slaying weapon, though his is of a different god.
Wait, so Azurmane has two?
I do have two of the god-slaying weapons. And there's a third within the city, though it is not in my possession. Soren has one, gifted to him by his patron.
What's with you in giving your soldiers god-slaying weapons? You don't think they'll have any repercussions in the end?
I've given no one a god-slaying weapon. I have both right here.
Is Soren's weapon the orbs?
Yes, the Orbs of Stormweaver are the most recent in a line of the Storm Gods, Yzotl's weapons. There is an ancient truce that means that each god may gift the mortals one god-slaying weapon. It helps keep the balance between the gods. And to violate that would mean war, so none of them would try. Though the king wants this one, of course, and he needs it by the winter solstice. Not necessarily this year, but some year.
When's the winter solstice?
So, you guys would also remember that the Glimmerfjord Festival, the Stone Song Festival, took place on the fall equinox. That means it's about 91 days between those two events. It has been 17 days, I believe, since you guys have started the campaign. So it's been about a little over 2 weeks into this 91 days.
On the solstice. As with the summer solstice, the winter solstice will have 5 weeks of night, since we are so far up toward the north. During these weeks, there will be 1 moment of sunlight. It is a truce between Stellara and Sola, the sun god. They will each grant an hour of either darkness or sunlight during the opposite solstice. We believe this is the time that he will execute his plan. And his plan, he is going to black out the sun. And that's only the beginning. He's going to hunt down and kill the rest of the gods, one by one.
Wait, there's more gods out there, like, alive?
There are 11.
Skelly, my dad's a priest. For Uthos.
Oh. And... Oh.
The 5 greater gods are the ones that have existed before any recorded history, made up of Senia, which is where I have acquired this spear, Uthos, the god of the earth, Myris, the god of the ocean, Sola, the goddess of the sun, and the matriarch of the pantheon, Vatia, the fire goddess, who, Skelly, would be your, I guess you could say, grandmother.
I had a question about her, actually. I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
So, your curse you have that she gave you, do you think I would be able to remove it from you?
Possibly. I doubt you have the ability, though.
If I wanted to try, how would I try?
I don't even know where to start in removing a curse laid on me by a god. I may be powerful, but not as much as I once was, and even then I was no god.
Spending a lot of time with Arson, how come I've never met another god?
Gods don't tend to come down to the surface, especially the 5 greater gods. The 5 greater gods are the ones that have been around for so long, but the lesser gods, they're the ones who have achieved godhood, such as Azotl.
So if my grandmother came down, I could meet her.
Yes, but it's been a very long time since something like that's happened with the 5 greater gods.
Do the greater gods know how much of a threat the king is to them?
They don't really care. Or at least they don't seem to, from what I've heard from Soren and Izotl. Izotl is very aware, and says he's advocating for it, but the rest don't seem to see it as an issue.
Why don't they want to do anything? That could be, like, big danger to them.
Starting a war amongst the gods could destroy everything. It's not just some simple disagreement, it is catastrophic, even apocalyptic. It's something that must be avoided at all costs, and they don't see this as much of a threat that would be necessary to cause something like that.
And I take it Soren is already down at the tournament?
I believe Soren is sleeping off what you and him did last night before he goes down. Which does remind me it is starting soon.
I did want him to get a hold of home in any way to make sure Wilbin's okay.
I believe he plans to do that shortly after the tournament, but you probably should get going. I believe your match with Captain Cooley is waiting for you.
I'll see you there, big man.
He waves over some of the acolytes, and they will escort you guys down to the city below. they will escort you to an area on the lower level of the city.
All I want to do is mock the acolyte again. That's about it.
She looks really annoyed still. She just doesn't like you at all.
Can I fight her?
She's not part of the tournament.
I know.
I am just reflecting on all of this and connecting it to the childhood memories of what I learned about Uthos.
Yeah. You'd know Uthos is definitely a powerful god, but he's still definitely a god of balance. You know that he probably would not want to upset that balance unless it was absolutely necessary.
Wait, what's he called?
Yes, and at least in gnome culture, both Uthos as the divine and the earth in a physical sense is the anchor for the people. And
Wait.
if ever something happened, and it's assumed in gnome culture that that anchor will hold strong forever.
So he's an earth god?
Yeah, Uthos is the god of the earth. You would, I mean, pretty much from what Azramin just said, you'd know Senia is the goddess of like knowledge, enlightenment, that kind of stuff, and it seems to be the god that Azramin himself almost sees as like the one he follows, but not as closely as like some kind of priest or something. And he has Senia's spear, so you know that Senia at least appreciates Azramin's work on Earth.
So, well, you said your dad works for Uthos?
Yes, he's our village shaman and priest.
Have you met the god?
I have felt his presence, but he does not. He rarely manifests in a physical form. My father actually believes that he never manifests in a physical form. But I have felt his presence at many times in my life, even including on my adventures with you.
You would know that dwarves mainly believe they manifest in a physical form, but gnomes mainly don't. It's kind of a cultural difference.
I'm worried about Cheetah. I don't know where he went.
I mean, he's probably fine. Hey, so as you guys head to this kind of central pillar, because this entire city is almost built like a donut-shaped cave with this big central like pillar, and it actually casts light that seems to match the light of the sun. And Blubble, if you want to make a religion check, there might be something you can get from this light.
Ooh, okay. Feels like a lot of pressure. 1 second. I am.
Also, I just looked in the D&D chat, and someone, redacted name, who will be soon joining our party, was spamming "kill the sun" in our chat.
I got a 16 on the religion.
16? That's enough.
Yeah.
You would know that this is a artifact that there are not very many of. And it is mainly given to dwarves, though you've seen it. You've probably, maybe not seen one, but you've probably heard of this being given to gnomish cities.
What I'm looking at again?
There seems to be a light being cast through the ice from the center of the pillar. The very top.
Okay.
It almost illuminates everything like sunshine in here. And
Looking at the light. Okay.
you would recognize this artifact, or at least you would figure that this is what it is. It is a ancient gift that almost worked as a peace offering from Sola, the sun god, to the people of the underground. A few of these sunlight stones were given out, and they're like pretty well-sized orbs that essentially mimic the sun's light, but at a lesser degree for a cavern. You would know that even some deep gnomes have been able to grow crops because of this, that they wouldn't be able to since they live underground. Though deep gnomes don't tend to like it quite as much as the dwarves do.
I got different vibes. The gnomes are pretty content with their various funguses and such.
But yeah, now you know that that's up there. Oh, actually, you'd also know. I'll give you one last thing. In the past, some of these have been used as founding stones before. But since they're so rare, it's not a common thing to do.
Yeah. And especially because they're even rarer in gnome communities, and I've kind of assumed that founding stones are a strictly gnome thing.
Yeah. That's why they're not as common as as that. Because, you know, they're more common in dwarf areas. Because dwarves live in a much higher concentration, and it seems like they were given out to some of the higher concentration cities. They just kind of appeared one day as a gift from the sun. And as you guys kind of step out of this light down into this ice cavern, don't worry, the stairs are carved of stone. You don't slip and die. You guys are able to head down below the big Colosseum area where you had visited last episode.
Is the floor of the arena also stone for Skelly's sake?
When you were there, yes. You don't know what it looks like all decked out.
What do you mean by when we are there?
It's just gonna be every time you use your movement, you have to make a dex save.
That'd be a hilarious idea. Who knows, maybe I'll steal it.
Archer, don't you dare.
So, as you guys make your way down, you can just see this like kind of grand hall. There are people just off in like side rooms training. Like there's like weights and stuff all around. People are like working out, just sharpening weapons. The whole like everyone's preparing for battle, essentially.
Time to do some trunk rotations, I see.
So, I think I'm gonna use the sword as the main for the battle.
That's probably a smart idea. I don't think we ever actually added to your inventory.
I mean, you might have. Again, it's been a month.
I don't think I did. What sword do you have right now? Because it's pretty similar to your normal sword except with a bonus on it, so I might just let you keep your current sword and just add the bonus. Yeah, you can... Okay. We'll just say you can keep your long sword, and you could just add 2d6 of fire damage on top.
2d6? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna be fully ass with that.
The issue is it's kind of hard to have one singular item for this, because it changes by who's holding it. That's why I don't have like a set item. So it's kind of a pain. So what would you guys be doing? Well, essentially, people get ushered out one by one. You hear cheering out from like through a bunch of doors. You also hear like very loud sounds and screams.
Is Cooley there? Like, there's a group of people?
Cooley's not here. It seems that the champions that are like being challenged are in their own space to get ready. These are all of the challengers that you're with.
I'm doing some I'm doing some trunk rotations, just various other stretches and like warm-up exercises.
Can I talk to any of the people in there?
Yeah, sure. Who do you want to talk to? There's like I mean, if you just want to like find just a random person, I can do that too.
I want a guy that looks like he knows what he's doing.
There's like let's see. You can actually see a kind of heavy-set dwarven man with a great sword slung across his back. You actually would recognize this guy from Wilvin's Tavern at the very start of the game.
Yo, hold on.
Ooh.
As you walk over, you can see he is just sharpening this big great sword. He like swings off his back and just starts grinding it on the grindstone.
Oh, looks like you're gonna win, aren't you?
Alright, I'll do my best.
Who are you fighting?
Same person as everyone here. Azramin. You know, a few smaller ones like the... Oh, I don't remember the new one's name, the Storm guy. Yeah, you can see, like, he looks pretty grizzled and tough. But he does look a little bit older. He doesn't look like in his prime anymore, but he's definitely seen a battle or two.
I recognize you.
Ah. Oh, you're the skeleton. I saw you at Wilvin's Tavern.
Yeah.
His face immediately goes like sad when he brings that up.
What's going to go down?
Not everyone made it out of there. I was there with me friend Ivo. Didn't make it. Got caught by a guard. Put a spear through his chest.
I mean, to be fair, not we barely made it.
I barely did too.
The conversation, and I'm gonna walk over. Try and, like, I'm just not gonna say anything, but just gonna walk over and maybe, like, look at the guy with comfort.
Like, I know Wilvin went flying. I almost died. I hit my head.
Glad more people made it out.
And I also could see the knock a guy out with an apple.
I actually saw that.
You're not still proud of that, are you?
And see, if I had facial expressions, I'd be making like a very gloating face.
I mean, you can. I mean, you can make it pretty much any facial expression a normal person. I actually wait, can you with just an up and down jaw? Oh yeah, I was thinking like actually you need skin to build a smile. For some reason, I was thinking your bones could just do that.
Where have you been? What face do you have?
Oh, I actually don't have skin. I just have like pieces of bone that cover up my skull, and they just kind of manipulate and move. That's why I can't do a face reveal.
Maybe Skelly's like a magical skeleton, like somebody in like a kid's animation, just make facial expressions just because.
Sure. You guys would see like one of the skull mask acolytes walk up behind you. Are you Skelly and Blubble? And he looks at Kane. Sheeta? No, it was an elf.
Yeah, we had to sub out one of our guys.
Well, you have to have the mark. He looks down at Kane's hand. Where's got the marks? Head on in. It's your turn. You're fighting Captain Cooley. Good luck. And you guys are going to be escorted to the door by this acolyte that is going to just kind of escort you over. And you guys walk through big set of metal doors into kind of a weaponry room. You guys have all your weaponry, correct?
Is there a limit?
This is for people who don't bring their own. It looks like you have weapons.
Okay.
Yes, we use our own weapons, right?
Of course. What is a warrior without their weapon?
Also,
I hold up my weapon like, yay!
Good.
I mean,
I have full luck.
as your main baby, this sword. I hope I can.
Oh. Haven't seen that sword in a long time.
You know the sword?
Yes. Well, you better get going. And you guys see the big, it seems like a big stone slab that's just lifting up. And you can see that Captain Cooley is standing in the middle of this arena. It does seem to be stone. And he is, like, holding his hands up in the air, and he's got his two crewmates next to him they entered the competition with. There is someone just being dragged off by two acolytes.
And our next competitors, Skelly, Blubble, and Kane.
And the whole just Coliseum erupts in cheers for the next people who are gonna fight. And you guys are ushered up onto this kind of raised ring in the center. It does seem to be pretty wide. It's like about 50 feet across. And Captain Cooley looks up at somewhere up in the audience. Rafts. And you guys see as the ground around him starts to transform and fill with water as wooden platforms rise to the surface.
Level? I can't swim.
And also, you can see Captain Cooley is holding, in one hand, a blunderbuss, which is essentially a old-timey shotgun, and in the other hand, a cutlass, and has 2 other pirates with him. And I will send the design for Captain Cooley, which we actually have one now because he's coming back.
You went to Sea of Thieves and started making the guy, didn't you?
He does look pretty Sea of Thieves. I also vaguely based his design a little bit off of a Cooley Loach, giving him kind of like brown a little bit. Roll initiative, because it's time to fight.
Yay! Island! 17.
You guys always get to attack first, by the way. It's just to determine which one you guys get to be. So it'll be Blubble, then Skelly, then Cooley, then his 2 pirates. The challenger will always get the first strike. Okay, Blubble. As Captain Cooley turns to face you, essentially the layout of this is you guys are standing on a raft. There's like a wooden bridge to a central raft. And then there's, it almost like is like a plus shape. Having a raft in the center, bridges out to either, all 4 sides, rafts at the edges, and then some independent ones floating off on the diagonals. With no bridges.
Am I able to run up to him for like a melee attack?
Yes, he's currently staying in the center. So it would only be 25 feet. Also, are you going for him or the other 2?
I'm going for him, and I'm also going to rage and attack with my 2 hand axes.
Okay. What's your rolls to hit?
First one is a 15.
15? You would hit him, but you see him bring up his cutlass, and he blocks your hand axe, and I'm going to need you to make a strength check against his, as he is going to try and block your attack. 21 is pretty high. He might still be able to beat it.
Not natural, but
Holy cow, he also got 21.
do we have to roll again?
What's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is +2.
He wins because he has a higher modifier. You see him, like, deflect your hand axe, and yeah, he can only do that once per round, though, so.
Well, so I'm gonna hit him again. That is a 20, not natural.
Yeah, you hit him.
Almost max damage, that's 11 slashing.
11 slashing. Yeah, you slash right across his chest and leave a definitely red open wound. He's still a guy at the end of the day. Just a guy.
A guy with a beard, but he's still a guy. You know what? So am I. I'm also just a guy with a beard.
Okay, Skelly, your turn.
Wait, shouldn't you roll initiative for Kane?
Oh yeah, I guess Kane. I forgot about Kane. I'll just have him go after you. I'll have Kane go after you.
So, Kelly's gonna be on the little area he's in. Like, knee shaking, scared of the water. So he's gonna do fire face.
Okay. Who are you aiming at? If you aim at Cooley, it'll hit Blubble too.
God damn it, Bubble, why do you always have to be the way of my attack?
You can aim at either of the other ones though, and it won't.
I guess I will.
I'm the stabby guy. I need to be close for the stabbing.
So there seems like a big burly one with kind of like an actual like mace. The other one looks to be a little bit more like nimble and has a dagger and a gun.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Go for the second one.
Okay, got it. The like scrawnier one with the gun.
Bubble, I gave you a gun for a reason. Anyway, so we don't have to.
Just oh, is it a save or is it a roll to hit?
I think the roll to hit.
Okay, then roll to hit and I'll tell you if you hit him.
I think, hold on. I hope D&D Beyond. Technically.
Imagine not having D&D Beyond up at the start of this. No, a 5 absolutely does not hit. Yeah, your fire knife goes like right past the Nimbler one's head as he ducks out of the way. But right from behind you, you hear Kane whisper his usual little phrase as he activates his bow. And he sends an arrow straight and true, and it explodes with light as it hits the, like, big burly one, and he goes staggering back and falls into the water. Because Kane just did 19 damage with that arrow. That's like over half this guy's HP.
Who's a good boy?
Kane looks at you like he's about to stab you. Yeah, wow. Holy cow, Kane did so much to that guy.
Shot Kane.
Yeah, Kane legitimately nearly one-shot that guy. Okay, Captain Cooley is now going. You see, as he draws his blunderbuss and just aims it straight at Blubble. Sorry about this. And he's going to attack for a 18 to hit. I'm glad I have so many d6s out from Kane. Yeah. That's 15 piercing damage as you get blasted with a shotgun.
That is half, so I only take 7. But
Yeah, that's still a good amount. Okay, and he is going to bonus action. And he points over at the nimbler of the two pirates that are helping him. Get him! And that one is going to get to attack as Cooley's bonus action. Yeah, fun little move right there. He draws his gun and just aims it squarely at Skelly and is going to make an attack.
Why is it always me with...
Okay, he absolutely misses.
Kelly, I just got shot. Why is it always me?
Yeah, don't worry. He has 2 more shots because now it's his turn. All 3 shots have missed you. He fired that first bullet as Captain Cooley's bonus action, and then on his turn he shoots 2 more. Both of them whiz by you. You like actually feel one. You sparks shoot up as one like grazes your shoulder plate, but he just doesn't quite hit you. And the other pirate is going to, let's see, he's in the water, huh? Oh, this will be fun. Skelly, I need you to either make athletics or acrobatics to get out of this one's grip as he has swam underneath the rafts and has popped up right next to you and is going to try and pull you into the water. Acrobatics to like slip away, or athletics to just brute force break free.
Why? Why do I only roll low numbers? Every time, why?
He only rolled a 12.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, okay. He pulls you in the water. That's his action, though. Yeah.
I mean, I can't swim, but I also don't...
He's clearly going to continue attacking you underwater, because now he's gotten a breath. So, your fight is now underwater. Though you do quickly find out that the water is only 10 feet deep. So you quickly sink to the bottom. But you're not like at the bottom of the abyss or something.
Kelly was almost into the Shadow Realm.
Hope this never happens in the future in this campaign. Wink, wink. Okay, Blubble's turn.
Stop making
Oh
fun of
yeah,
me. Yeah.
yes, I am.
Yeah, Bubble.
I am
yeah.
going to slice Captain Cooley again because that's what I like to do.
Fair.
Good at doing. Ooh, 23.
Okay, 23. You like slash at him and he locks blades with you once again. I'm gonna need you to do another strength check.
Righty.
Because you're the only melee person, so you're like the only person you can use this on.
That's 20.
You like break free and immediately hit him.
That is 10 slashing, and I still have my other hand axe.
10 slashing, you hit him hard again. Jeez.
The Rage and the Wolverine Totem are proving useful. Next one, not totally sure if it'll hit. 17.
17? Yeah, that hits him. And he doesn't have his reaction this time.
That does 7 slashing, and then 4 necrotic.
Oh, nice. You finally got the, like, resonance.
I actually get to hurt someone, not like the slate guy. I think I mentioned that when they resonate, it makes a sound similar to that of the crystals at the Stone Song Festival, and they glow white a little bit as well.
That's cool. I like that. Okay. Skelly, your turn. You are currently underwater with this, like, brutish pirate who is clearly about to try and hit you with something.
I'm trying to decide, do I use my longsword under the water? Probably won't be too good because I'm under the water. Or I just blob all my armor there and then and just float up to the top.
Your
If I
choice.
take off the armor, I know I will probably die very quick.
14.
Yeah, he only got a 10. You are able to, you punch him in the face, and he like, lets go. And kind of, like, makes a sound under the water. Hey. Yeah, if you want to attack, I'll let you do one attack on him.
I want to punch him again. Right in the stomach so he loses air.
Hey, roll an unarmed strike on him, then.
17.
Yeah, you punch him in the gut. How much damage is that?
4.
Yeah, you punch him, he definitely, like, bubbles come up out of his mouth. And he starts swimming up for the surface.
I just want to say, as he, like, floats up, I want Scully just to point and laugh at him. As he just floats up.
You make a very gurgly laugh sound.
Because I don't drown, so I can just make noises, do anything down there. I just can't go up.
Right as he pops up, he would come face to face with an arrow. As Kane hits him again. Because he's still the one Kane's tracking. So, and he hits him. So that is going to be a lot of damage. Yeah, okay. You see that Kane has switched out his arrow tip for a blunt-headed one. It's just essentially like a metal ball on the end. You see it hit the guy square in the head, and he falls back off the raft, backwards into the water, and is out of the fight. And you would see this, like, almost frozen, like, misty tentacle rise up from outside the arena and just kind of drag him out of the fight. And off to who knows where.
No man's land, he's dead. Canonically dead.
You would guess he's gonna go get healed or something. But
Nah, what do you mean? Welcome to Arapema. When two lose in a tournament, you get eaten by a big octopus. Canon.
So, since he doesn't really want to reload his blunderbuss at a time like this, you see Captain Cooley is going to bring up that cutlass and is going to attack Blubble. And that'll be a 17 to hit,
That hits, but
and a
barely.
21 to hit.
That, you know. The
Yeah.
17 hits, the 21 hits.
Oops, I dropped it. Oh, it landed on a 5. Okay. Wow. Holy cow, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Can Flex Tape fix it?
Might not be able to. That is 26 slashing damage.
Phil Swift
Rage
joins
can
the
fit-
battle.
Rage can fix that, but just a little bit.
And he is going to point at that scout guy again. Oops, I accidentally just spoiled what stat block that guy uses. You see him point at the kind of the lankier pirate. He says, "I actually hit someone this time." And the pirate nods and is going to make an attack using Captain Cooley's bonus action. Yeah, he absolutely hits this, and he's gonna go for Kane. He hits all his attacks. You see Kane get shot 3 times.
Damn. Homie was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Kane was just so focused on the one person, he just didn't see it coming at all and just gets shot 3 times. Like, he gets shot once, staggers back, and then 2 more, like, right in the chest. He is bleeding bad, and we're gonna find out how much damage he just took.
Poor Kane, bro. He's suffered enough. Put this man in retirement.
Okay, he took a lot. A lot. You see Kane looks pretty beat up from that. Okay, that is the pirate's turn. We are back to Blubble. You just keep murdering this dude.
Yeah, I am to nobody's surprise doing the exact same thing again. Blubble is a predictable man. That's a 12 for the first axe.
That does not quite hit him. He parries it masterfully as he kind of like backsteps with his... He's clearly very good at using a blade. Very experienced.
Second one should hit though. It's a 23.
23 absolutely does, but you see him bring up that blade again, and I'm gonna need you to make a strength check because he's gonna do the walking blades ability again.
20, not natural.
Oh, you're lucky because he got an 18. Okay. Yeah, with that you are able to attack him normally.
That is 7 slashing.
7 slashing? Yeah, you get another good hit on him. It's not quite as good as some of the other ones. It's still solid though.
Yeah, both the Wolverine totem has definitely been a significant buff.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm glad I made Captain Cooley stronger than I originally planned, because I made this stat block about 2 hours ago.
Preparedness, everybody.
I was a little behind on things, okay? I just made the art for the Halloween campaign yesterday.
Halloween campaign. Oh boy.
It's already announced by the time this comes out. Okay.
I know.
Let's see, that guy's out of the fight, so I don't even need to count him. Yeah, it's just Skelly's turn, and then Kane's.
Okay, so what can I do is a better question. So these rafts, what are they made of?
Wood. Though you are underwater, so.
I was gonna say, it feels like water, like, blow up rafts. I was gonna, toss my sword at the bottom of it, try to, pop it. That wouldn't work.
Yes, because they had inflatable rafts back here in medieval times.
So, what can I do? That's a better question. What do I do under the water?
You could jump and try and get out.
I can't. I'm too heavy, and plus Skelly can't swim.
It's
He
only
really
10
can't.
feet. If you want to make an athletics check, you might be able to grab the edge and pull yourself up. Just by jumping.
Oh wait, I think I have rope. Hold up. Maybe I can let a rope float up for Caden to grab. Hold on. Inventory. What do I got?
Yeah, you can let a rope up and have Kane grab it.
Okay. I don't have to roll anything for that, but just...
No, the Kane will.
He's better to let me out of here.
Yeah, so you let the rope up. Kane sees it, and he is going to use his action to try and pull you up. Keep in mind he has a -1 strength. Holy cow, he rolled a 16 anyway. Yeah, he pulls you up.
Dang.
He slams down a dagger into the raft and just heaves you up, or at least gives you enough upwards that you can jump and kind of get up on your own.
I assume that was my action for the turn.
Yeah.
Alright. Good enough.
Okay. Captain Cooley, now that he's kind of blocked an attack, it didn't take quite as much that turn, quickly drops ammo into his blunderbuss and just points it straight at Blubble again and is going to fire it. I'm guessing a 24 hits you.
Yeah, a 24 definitely hits.
Just barely.
I just got a little bit shot.
Just simply shot.
Yeah, that's 19 piercing damage.
Oh, wow. Okay, that...
So that would be 9 for you. And he is going to bonus action command his crewmate to fire a gun at Kane again. And he's going to just fire all 3 shots at Kane. Or, sorry, 2 shots at Kane, 1 shot at Skelly.
I would be dropped to 0 by now if I wasn't raging, so...
Okay, you see that this guy shoots his gun at Kane. It misses, and then as he tries to fire it again, you hear a clicking, but it doesn't quite go as his gun jams. Because he got a natural 1. He is not going to make his 3rd attack. Okay, we are back to Blubble. Blubble, how are you looking? like visually.
Lubble is clearly injured, but does not seem to be phased by his injuries. He just, like, he's looking like he wants some more, but he's definitely had plenty.
He's got plenty of just small little bullet holes.
Don't you?
Okay.
Luckily, he's too angry to get shot that bad, so...
For what? Slightly angered gnome.
Watch him natural 20 next turn now. Okay.
Um,
Roll.
18 to hit on my first hit.
Yeah,
That-
you do, and he's gonna lock blades with you again because that's like his signature ability.
Good thing again.
He almost certainly fails, but you have to roll anyway.
A 21.
Yeah, he got 7. Yeah, you
I feel like
deflect
with a
him.
+2 strength and advantage, I feel like it would have been really hard to not beat him. But yeah, I did beat him.
I mean, you didn't one of the times.
True, but we both got 21s.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a +3 to strength, so he's actually physically stronger. Just not when you're raging.
Yes.
Just a bigger guy.
I'm just that angry. I'm just that angry about not being a bigger guy.
What's your second attack, or what's your damage on first, either?
My damage on the first attack is 11 slashing.
He, like, staggers back and, like, nearly falls down. He's beat up.
I got one more. Oh, okay,
Might
that
do it.
definitely hits. It's a 24.
Yeah. How much damage? There's a low chance you mess this up and don't succeed.
That is 10. That is 10 damage, and that's 10 slashing, 3 necrotic.
Yeah, you see him, like, drop down to one knee and he, like, grips his chest and he just falls back into the water and immediately sinks, but you see one of those, like, icy tendrils start going down into the water for him.
I look very victorious, but at the same time, I'm checking to make sure the tentacle gets him.
Wait,
It does.
so Coley was the
I got
leader?
him.
Or-
Cooley's down, there is just the lanky pirate left.
Yeah, we got one more guy.
Yeah, okay. Skelly, your turn.
I looked at my spells and I looked at the range. I would like to use Firebolt.
Okay. What's the roll to hit?
As a
This guy's the weakest of the three, so
roll to hit is 15.
you hit him. Yeah, he, like, gets burned and, like, staggers backward, covering his face. Like, he's beat up. Sorry, that was 12? Did you say?
Yeah, the attack is 2d10.
Okay. Yeah, he's nearly dead. Kane is going to make his attack. And absolutely hit him. He doesn't even, like, realize that another thing gets shot at him. Of course, Kane said his little thing beforehand that is going to now mark this guy as his target. And he absolutely just he blasts him off the raft and, like, 7 feet back into the water. And cheers erupt from the crowd. As you guys have defeated Captain Cooley. No, some other people beat him earlier. I think he's gone about, like, 25 rounds. Though he does get healed every time. Also, you'd see that the ground is kind of, like, transitioning back to that stone. You'd probably gather from this that whoever you fight essentially gets to choose the grounds of the battle. But I think that's where we're going to wrap up that episode for today. And next episode, our party will face off against Onog the Righteous and Azramain the Frost Lord. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you guys in a future episode. Bye, everyone.